It's the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It's usually either that one or what's the other one? Doctors Against Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Against Borders. I guess it would be kind of the same. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think they did some kind of against animal cruelty something something the other year as well. Vince this year wants to bring back the XFL. But yeah, it's a good cause. It's a good cause indeed. Alright. Start the game. So ugh. God damn it. 1UP versus CPU, I suppose. Monday night game, road to Super Bowl. I think we're gonna choose Monday night game. Oh, there's difficulty. Easy, normal, hard. Yeah, let's go easy. That's good to me. Time rule, running time, real time. Running time sounds good. 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes is enough for me. Okay. I like the music. Denver against Dallas. As if I knew what the difference was. Alright. Tails it is. Curious on Pitpot Fighter. Yeah, me too. Aha, okay, so it's the orientation is different here. Oh wow. Kinda flashy. Huh? Oh, timeout. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Pretty good. First down. There we go. Yeah, whatever. I still don't remember the rules of football. Kick the ball, throw the ball, try to get a touchdown. That's what it boils down to. Whatever you guys say. Damn. This kick-ass soundtrack though. No one does. Not even the players. Not even the ones who are interested. Even they don't know how it works. Like, this must be the 4th or 5th football game I've played. And still I don't know the rules. Because I don't care. It is, isn't it? Was this game developed by Sega as well? I think I saw Sega in the title screen. Granted, I wasn't paying that much attention. But I mean, this game feels very good quality. Judging the cover, yes. Yeah. Like, it's got good music, nice presentation. Try field goal. Pretty cool. Oh wow. That's really good. That's really good. I mean, I can already feel like if I was into football, this would be the type of football game I would be into. I'm getting kinda Nintendo World Cup vibes from this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the game feels very playable. I'm very pleasantly surprised. NFL Blitz, N64. Oh yeah? You could leg drop people. Fair enough. That's good enough reason for me. Neither of us are scoring points though. Whatever. If the game ends in a draw, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh wow. Come on. There we go. Alright then. What's this? Difficult if you don't understand it. The thing is, I have gone through the rules at least once or twice, and I think at least this one time I got a pretty good hang of the basics. In fact, like I was actually reading through the rules online from like it wasn't even like a video game page or anything. No, like just the official rules, like football for dummies basically. And I think I got the basics down at that point, but I think I just forgot about them afterwards. Like I can see this game has a lot going on. Wind, speed, direction, complete. Yeah. I mean, baseball is kind of straightforward, more or less. What the fuck was that? Fumbles and such. Yeah, granted, I'm way more familiar with the Finnish version. But the principle is still the same. in the Finnish variant, like the pitcher is actually standing next to the batter, and instead of throwing the ball like directly towards the batter, the pitcher just throws it directly upwards, you know, like it goes, ball goes up and then it falls down. Oh fuck, timeout? Didn't mean to do that. You can dive definitely. You could even argue the Finnish variant has more strategy involved in it than the original one. Hey Lordson baby. Going on. It's still saying Lordson baby, isn't it? Okay, let me change it after a while. The game should be down. Game should be over in a few moments. Hey Mega Goat. First down. Actually, who won? Who was the one who won the raffle? I can't remember. I didn't write it down. It was Dongale? I think it was Dongale. Is his name written like that? Dongale? Just a second. Dongale EX. I think that's the one. You only choose good quality games. I mean, hey, to be fair, Bubble Bubble was amazing. Dongale AEX. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, there's still one more Bubble Bubble game. It's called Power Buggle. Power Buggle. Buggle. It's not Bubble Bubble, it's Buggle. B-O-G-G-L-E. Buggle. Okay, yeah, it was him indeed. Dunk Ale. Ready. So, has anybody been watching AGD Cube? Or just me? I watched the speedrun for GTA San Andreas, and I thought it would be super boring, but I ended up watching the whole fucking thing, and it was like 4 hours long. Not because, I mean, and it wasn't interesting because of the game, it was only interesting because the streamer and the commentator were just so fucking entertaining. It's kind of funny, because oftentimes turns out that, like, whenever I'm watching AGDQ, I look at the schedule and I go, okay, that game sounds interesting, I'll have to watch that one, and I'll have to watch that one, da 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 da. And then eventually, like, at least half the time, the game ends up being boring. Like, you know, if the streamer, if the runner is just going, well, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, and like, yeah, this is a cool little trick. I mean, it's not gonna be interesting. Like, the whole premise of AGDQ is to show off games for those that might not know the speedrun strats for any given game. Like, if you're already interested in that game, you probably are watching speedruns for that particular game anyway. The same thing happened a couple of years ago with Half-Life 2 speedrun. It was one of the best speedruns I've ever seen. Even though the whole game is basically just like 5 hours of cutscenes. 10 hours of the worst Final Fantasy. Yeah, I was watching the Final Fantasy VIII is being played at the moment. Usually, RPG speedruns are... They are just menuing. For the most part. Which makes them boring. I mean, okay, there's definitely an audience also for RPG speedruns, but I'm not part of that audience, definitely. Unless there's something super interesting going on. Backworld 2. I don't think I've seen that one. But yeah, it boils down to the runner himself. If the guy is entertaining, it doesn't really matter what game he is playing. Yeah. Runner and commentary. 2 minutes warning? For what? After that the game ends? Huh? Or what? What warning? What's going on? I don't know. Take out the pie from the oven. Must be. I'm so grateful this is the last sports game. No, it's the last one. There are no more sports games after this. Added another to sports? Huh? Did I though? Pretty sure this is the last one. There are no more sports games remaining on the sports game list. Unless there are some sports games I'm not aware of. Which obviously is possible. Yeah, I don't recall. This should be the last one. This should be the last one though. Oops. What the hell is even going on in this game? Oh yeah. I don't think it was me. Although I might be mistaken. Alta, yeah, wow. Yeah, about that. I have 0 points in everything. Yeah, like this is a perfect example why I don't like playing sports games. Like even if you knew the game rules, even if you were 100% familiar with the game rules, you'd still have to go through the process of learning that particular game's interpretation of those rules. And since they are all old games, it's not like the difference, well, like difference between NFL 15 and NFL 17 is negligible. No. The whole game is completely different. Because there might be some mechanics that are completely left out. You have to learn what button to press at which point. So, not only you have to know the game's rules, you really have to go through the manual, learn the ins and outs of that particular game, and it's like learning a completely new game every single time you start a new sports game. Compared to, like, I don't know, just pick any random platformer. 5 minutes into the game, you already know what you're supposed to do. At least with 9 games out of 10. Not so much with sports games. So I mean, hats off to anybody who has the willpower to figure these games out and play through the whole championship or league or whatever. It works like that for sports games and people who play those. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody who likes playing old sports games. Save a few. I'm just picking stuff here randomly. Also, I know I'm kind of bending the rules here. I'm supposed to win at least one match, but whatever. Who gives a damn? Like, you know, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Your definition of done, and you know how I play through the games. I use cheat codes. I kind of bend the rules for my own favor. Just one match is enough to finish a sports game. You are allowed to use cheat codes in a game. You name it. Like, if I can find a wormhole, if I can find a loophole in any game, I always use it. And I was thinking about those other streamers who don't. Like, basically the other guys who are also doing system challenges. And I found one thing that's usually a common denominator amongst all of those. Almost all of them are full-time streamers. And I've actually concluded that if you want to do a game, if you want to do a console challenge, and you want to finish it in some reasonable time. Reasonable is kinda debatable at this point, but let's consider reasonable under 5 years. If you want to do stuff legit, you have to be full-time streamer. 100%. There's just no way you would ever get stuff like this done if you're like never using cheat codes, never looking up stuff online, never skipping games, doing everything 100%. It's not feasible. Like, I know there are other streamers out there who are not full-time streamers, yet they still are doing system challenges. But I don't think those guys ever intend to finish. Or I don't know, maybe it's just me. Just my 2 cents. And I don't know, this is not critique against anybody. On the contrary, it's more like just an observation. It's a matter of fact. For anybody out there who plans on doing something similar of their own, if there's somebody out there who wants to do a Mania, please reconsider and really think it through before starting. But if I was a full-time streamer, I would definitely do everything without cheat codes, and I would definitely also do championship and 100% every sports game and so on. The only reason I'm giving myself a bit of leeway here is the fact that I would never finish otherwise. If the committee doesn't approve. But you know, that's the thing, like, I know you're half joking, but like, if I was to ask chat, alright, do you want me to keep doing this game I'm stuck on, or would you like me to proceed to the next game? At least like 2 weeks. If I was to play any game for 2 weeks, I think most people would say, okay, you know what, just move on, please. I can't take this anymore. Like, it's not like when you're watching some other streamer who can dedicate 8 hours every day to playing and try to finish the games. Like, any single stream might be the one where they finish the game. Does SMS have an unfair game that you cannot beat? I mean, there have been plenty. There have been plenty, actually. I mean, at least without cheat codes. But even with my rules, there still have been quite a few games that, well, okay, I don't wanna say they're impossible. Like, impossible is such a strong word. It implies there's no feasible way of beating the game. And I mean, after watching Sharpie beat Shooting Gallery in 160 hours, man, everything is possible. Like, how much time are you willing to dedicate towards whatever you're trying to do? That's what it boils down to. If you're willing to dedicate 10,000 hours of your life, you can get through anything. Hey Saldia, what's going on? It's the last sports game you'll have to see, at least on my challenge. It's actually the last sports game. 250 hours of Telltale Mahjong. But I think Goldie is streaming full time, more or less. I'm not sure if he has a day job or not. But if he's not streaming full time, I think he's at least trying to stream full time. Hey Morrigan, what's going on? I lost my popularity when I became a sports streamer. Joke's on you. I was never popular in the first place anyway. So you cannot lose popularity if you're unpopular to begin with. Linkams and TMR finished theirs. They did. Cody is a full-time Italian. It sometimes is kind of shame, you know, honestly. Like, you have to find some kind of balance between streaming and your personal life. And depending on what your personal life looks like, if whether you're busy or not, you might be able to dedicate a lot of hours, which is great. Or not. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Maybe leaning towards the busier end. But I don't know. For me personally, this is more like a hobby. It's just a hobby. It's a very stupid hobby, mind you. But a hobby nonetheless. Hey Frank, what's going on, man? Anybody learned the rules? The rules of the game are play through one match. I don't even care about winning. Me and Goaty at least are doing all regions. Yeah, that's what I like about Goaty's challenge, because I personally really feel the biggest thing in any type of console challenge is just seeing all those weird games that nobody has ever seen before. Like, what the fuck is this Chinese da? I've never seen it. And it doesn't really matter how the streamer beats the game after that. You just want to see what the game is like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's already a million streamers doing stuff like that. No offense, of course, but... Like, if somebody would start another, say, NES Mania at this point, I don't think many people would be interested. I might be mistaken, but just due to the fact that so many people have already seen those games. Unless they would be doing like all Famicom games in addition to NES games. But a straight up NES Mania, I think, is already seen too many times. Could be crazy and buy a pachinko machine. Oh, by the way, I'm actually going to Tokyo in 1 month. So I will be having my opportunity to see a real pachinko machine real soon. Just came back? Oh cool, how was it? No one is going to beat TMR anyway. Well, I mean, I guess if you're competing, I mean, define beat. Do NES Mania faster in better time. I don't know. Am I coming back married? Well, I mean, let me put it this way. It's not South Korea. It's not South Korea. If I went to Korea, I think I would be deported immediately. Hey, it's this guy who hates Korean games. Kick him out. I have no business in going to Korea. Food, booze, and I bought 50 books, of which about 30 are for your thesis. Aha, I see. Koneta is always up to hang out. I actually let him know some time ago already that I'm coming to Tokyo, and we already kind of preliminary set up a date. He promised to show me around Akihabara area. I have to get back to him on that one, if he was serious or not. I'm going with a friend, and we'll be staying 2 weeks, but we will be making one stop in Kyoto as well. So we'll be first going to Tokyo, to Shinjuku, and then we'll be going to Kyoto, and then we will come back to Tokyo for a while. Should be cool. Should be cool. I'm super excited. Korean undubbed games, buy those. I can give you some recommendations for Kyoto. Oh yeah, I'm always up for that. Like, we basically have no major plans. We have only booked the hotels, we have booked the train tickets, so I know where I will be at any given time, but what exactly we will be doing, we have no plans. We ain't got no plans at this point. Ooh, that sounds good. That actually sounds good, Morrigan, because my friend was talking about that the other day, and he wanted to go online and look up a bunch of restaurants and food joints in advance, and I was like, well, I mean, it's a big place, like, how can you tell which place is good and which is not, even if you're looking up in TripAdvisor, because it's a fucking mess. But yeah, I'm definitely interested if you have recommendations. Alright. We have 3 points against CPU's 44. Alright. As far as buying video games goes, PS Vita and PS3 games are dirt cheap. And since I had to buy all those books, I didn't buy a single game this time. Can get PS3s for free in Japan. Okay. Alright,